Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think Watchmen was definitely sorry. The whole point of it, I think, was to bring up questions and to explore the human condition without necessarily telling you what conclusions to bring. And I suppose if you're getting those questions then from the movie, then it succeeded about as well as it could, in my opinion.
Yeah, it did bring up a lot of social questions. How would, if superheroes are real, then they would just be ordinary people, not necessarily good or bad. And if they were pursuing justice, they might do so in various ways. The comedian obviously enjoyed what he did, and he did it so much that he even realized how pointless it was, that everything to him was a joke. The human condition was a joke. Them trying to improve things was a joke, because even though they had fought in the war, America went right back to all this perverse stuff that it supposedly was supposed to be fighting the war to protect itself from. So he realized that it was all a joke in the end. And then that's kind of, him realizing that led him to realize what who the culprit of the mystery was, which required him to then get killed off.
Yeah, I mean, and the Joker, I keep saying the Joker, the comedian, he was a good character despite being a character intended to be unlikable, because he doesn't care about any of the things that the audience would really care about. But Rorschach, by the way. Oh, well, Rorschach, he was a good character, I mean, too, because, well, he would, like you said, it was almost his story, and they got him down to a T from the comic, and I think anyone watching the movie could really enjoy his performance too, just on that.
Yeah. Now the Batman type character, forgive me, I don't recall his character's name.
Oh yeah, Night Owl.
Night Owl. Okay. Well, he's Batman, but essentially, he's inherited his parents' fortune, and now he's doing good for the sake of doing good, as opposed to Batman's darker reasons. I thought his character was the least explored in the movie. You didn't really get to know much about him or why he was even a superhero, other than maybe I kind of got the sense that he was trying to do it to live up to his father's expectations, but there wasn't really much there.
Well, I think a lot of that character, it wasn't all the backstories and the flashbacks and the psychological yada yada with him. It was you had to get it through his performance and through his interactions with other characters. And I guess what I picked up from him was that he was an adventure seeker. He kind of had that idea of legacy from the previous Night Owl, but a lot of it, as was shown through his bedroom troubles, was just an inherent need, an inherent need for excitement.
I was going to bring that up next. There was an awful lot of sex in this movie for being a movie about superheroes.
Like I said, it's a human story with the superhero types. Basically, yeah, a human story of people dressed like idiots. And so in that regard, I mean, yeah, if it's going to be in every other movie, might as well be in this one.
To an extent, I mean, I think that they just focused on it for an awfully long time. It was just gratuitous, and I really felt almost unnecessary. Although, compared to the rest of the movie that's dark and kind of like, gritty, having passionate moments, to me, really felt out of place, but I guess in a way was necessary. I didn't find, by the way, talking about humor, there was very little joking in this movie, or humor that I find myself laughing anywhere. If there was jokes, I guess I missed them. I just looked at it as a very serious type mystery, exploration of humanity, the sex scenes, to me, almost distracted from the rest of the movie. If they had done it and then just kind of like cut away, it would have been enough to indicate that they were doing it, and then to just go on with the rest of the movie. I think they lingered far too long on that.
And actually, that was a complaint, especially with the second one. God, hate talking about this, but basically when he succeeded, when he was in the jet or the owl, that was played out a very long time. It was like 2 panels in the comic book, and then becomes an entire musical montage. And I think that did undermine it, because you were saying the grim and the dark kind of imagery, and basically, in the first one, the first attempt was good there. I mean, because it wasn't supposed to be pretty people having sex. It was not supposed to be the glamorized kind of Hollywood sex. The second one definitely was, and I guess that's where it got kind of undermined, the visuals.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I said, I don't think that it was wrong to have it, and certainly if it's in the comics, you have to have it. I just think that, given the overall feel of the movie, that slowed down the pacing. And the pacing of this movie is already pretty slow. It's not an action movie, although there are action elements in it. It is not an action movie. And in fact, there's really only one part where you actually get to see them being superheroes, in that they save people from a burning building, and that's it. So this really, to me, although it's a movie about superheroes, it's really a movie about people, if superheroes existed, and how we would respond to that. And I think that the conclusion, again, going back to the Smartest Man conclusion of the only way out was to convince everybody that instead of each other, we have to worry about Dr. Manhattan. I think that is brilliant. I think they could have gone about doing that without killing everybody. I think he could have said to Dr. Manhattan, hey, look, here's the only way to stop them. Tell them that you're going to destroy them if they keep this up, and then they'll stop doing it. And then show them that you could potentially destroy them, and, you be the weapon instead of having this nuclear bomb be the weapon. And I don't know if he would have gone along with that, but again, it's my idea that they could have approached it from a different way. Obviously, it would have ruined what the movie is trying to do, which is just give us, like, here's people responding to the human condition, and how do we go about that? But anyways, like I said, there are so much to explore within this movie. I thought that it was overall a very good movie about mystery and about the human condition.
Yeah, and it wasn't really meant to be anything other than that. So then we're left, I think, with only one other thing to really explore. That weird cat lynx creature that Ozymandias had. Let us discuss.
I don't understand the point of why that was there. And it's never explained. It's just kind of there at the end of the movie. So I kind of was like, where did this come from when I saw it?
Numbered left. And
I also dismissed it very quickly. The only thing it serves to do is be like his rosebud. What I conclude from this whole scene, because he says, I'm sorry, cat's name, whatever the heck the cat's name was, when he goes to try to destroy Dr. Manhattan, and fails at doing it. So that I was given the impression that that cat was the only thing he cared about, but they should have shown him with that cat like more often, or interacting and loving that cat more, if that's what they were trying to convey.
Yeah, that was my favorite negative part of the entire film, is making the entire audience, whether they've read the book or not, go, What the hell is that?